CQDX, November Whiskey 36 in Maine, stand by. Yeah, about that 5, I get about that 8565, 36 minutes. Okay, the 173 Nebraska, 73 to you, and we hear you fine in the state of Maine. If you are ever ready to cover us up, but 73 Nebraska. Okay, 173, you're 5 and 5, by the way, in Maine. Have a good day. Perfect example of shit for brain. Okay, we'll try that. 565, 4, Pacific Northwest, 4 out.
UK Transparency, good to see you. How you doing, mate?
Hey, 565 South Georgia, 508 Smoky here. I'm waving back out at you. It seems like some of the DX is cut down, so I'm just trying to reach back out and see if you got a copy still.
I'm doing all right, I guess. I got some car trouble. I got a water pump that's dumping out all my water really fast and all that stuff, so I got to replace the damn water pump like really soon. And do some, and for some reason it's not charging either for some reason, so I got the battery on a charger right now. I'm trying to charge it up so I can actually go to the store. I was going to go to the store and try and sell some stuff today, but I don't know, I might just go up there and Mr. Paul that owns the place over there, man, he gave me like an edger to sharpen for him, so I need to give that back to him. So I at least need to run up there and just give that back to him and then run back home. But I can't stay on the road right now for a long time without fixing that damn water pump. So I'm in the car trouble scenario at the moment, but that's okay. Whatever. It happens a lot. Popcorn. What's up?
How about that 143 Maine? 143 up there in Maine. You got
Michelle.
Peter, 508 Tucson, Arizona.
Good to see you.
How about that Red Broccoli, Peter? You got it on? 2 triple 5, North American, waving ahead. 2
Yeah, the worst case scenario, UK Transparency, is my alternator's going to shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. The only thing I can think of right offhand is that it's been spraying water all over the place because of that leak. That may have messed up the alternator. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Unless it's something simple like it just jiggled a wire or something. I don't know. That may be something else that I have to replace too, man. And luckily, what was it, the other week, last week or something like that, I got some work going on, and then I'm making some money. But it's like I got to play catch up with all the shit that I have been dealing with on a normal basis, and then now this. So it's quite possible I need to put a water pump and an alternator. I don't know. Hopefully not an alternator also. That's just more money I just really don't have. Well, that sucks ass, popcorn. I have to deal with hurricanes. Fuck all that damn earthquake shit. Makes me wonder about some of that stuff.
626 Missouri, yeah, I just want to get in there and give you a shout there. You're coming in loud and clear, 590 in Central California.
Yeah, Michelle, I hope so too.
Thanks for the flowers there, 626. You got a nice day tonight.
I'm gonna top off my coffee. I'll be back in a second.
California, we're out. AQ11, AQ11, this is Charlotte 31, Charlie Delta Radio 001, calling AQ11. Hello, CQ, calling CQ, this is 31, Charlie Delta Radio 001.
Yes, UK transfer. I'm telling you, that's big my problem at for the I don't know past 5 or so years. I've been living basically just making enough to get everything kind of paid off and keep things going. That emergency money when like you have like car trouble or something like that, and you got to fork out a couple of grand or something. I don't have that sitting aside. You know what I mean? I don't have that emergency funds just sitting aside. And I know I'm not the only one out there with that bullshit going on, but you know what I mean? It's just there's been times where I've had to decide, or am I going to put gas in my car or am I going to go get food today? I don't really like uh having to make that choice. I don't like that idea. I don't like the idea of me having to make that choice.
Hey, Roger on that, 2209. You have yourself fine. One sounding great out here in my cactus patch out here in western Arizona. You have yourself fine day. Enjoy your DX.
Well, see, this is another thing, popcorn. I was sitting there. I was driving yesterday, and I noticed as I was going down the street, um, the radio and everything would shut off, and then it would cut back on. You know what I mean? And then it did that a couple of times. So this is a telltale sign that it's like, holy shit! Now this damn alternator is probably going bad. You know what I mean? With all the other stuff with the water pump going on. So uh, it's not a good thing that's happening, but it's quite possible simply because from those symptoms, put it that way. Well, that's another thing too. It's a new belt, but it's been worn a little bit, man, since this pump has been dumping so much water all over it. There is that. Plus, the pulley on the water pump is, the bearings are gone. So there's that. So yeah, that kind of shit. See, this is another thing too. This is another thing. Um, you get transparency on, what you're sitting here talking about here. Um, this is it's one of the things that's been running around in my mind, on some basic levels that I've been meaning to, like, I don't know. Here, hold on. Let me put this down. Let me get a little closer. Anyway, I'm gonna be sitting here for. I'm gonna be sitting here for a minute anyway. Um, One of the things that's been running around. It's kind of like that basic scenario. Um, one of the reasons why I haven't been making videos for the past, I don't know, few weeks or something like that, because I've been thinking about a lot of stuff, and I've been also doing a lot of stuff also at the same time. So I really haven't really made the time, or to like actually have something like a topic or something, because I have so much things going on in my head, and there's a lot of it that I just don't want to sound like a broken record where it's just repeated over and over again. You know, and my personal bubble of life is not really that important in the grand scheme of things, so I don't really talk about my own bullshit that I've got to deal with um, on a personal level. And then all this other stuff that's happening on a global level um, seems to be more important. But um, I get the reason why um, most people. Hey, Andy, good to see you, girl. Um, Michelle, well, I don't know. If you've known me for the past 20 to 30 years, you probably would think I'm a broken record. Um, but yeah, that's nice. Well, all right. Let's see this. I just I wonder what is really my legacy that I leave behind if I was to die tomorrow, for instance. You know what I mean? Or, whatever. I mean, no one is guaranteed tomorrow. That's just on a reality sense. No one is guaranteed tomorrow. Let's just say I was to pass on tomorrow. What really is my legacy that I leave behind? That's one of the things that kind of bothers me about, a lot of this bickering and fighting that I see on YouTube, because I'm all over YouTube, and a lot of this bickering and fighting amongst different channels and different people that come on panels and blah blah blah, and I think of the legacy. What are we leaving behind if we were all to die tomorrow, or anyone? What I've often wondered, really, what is um, my purpose, my uh, reason for being here. Um, who am I? Where do I come from? And then it's really, like I was saying, it's getting back to the basics of the root. I think of a garden sometimes, and this can be in a, like a, just a regular garden or whatever. You planted some certain things in there, and then for some reason you've got some kind of infestation of bugs or some kind of parasite that's starting to kill off your garden that you just planted. Um, it's getting down to the root of that problem and yanking it out so the rest of them can flourish. You don't just destroy the whole fucking crop just because one plant gets sick or gets attacked by beetles or something. Uh, it's getting down to the root of the problem and identifying what that problem is the only way we could um, I don't know, at least maybe even come up with solutions for these problems that we know all exist. We just decide to, what's up, sunfish? Decide to turn a blind eye. Oh, it's happening over there, or it's happening in that other country. It's that, it doesn't affect me. It's just I'll live my life and do that. Keep on getting along. Just going along to get along, kind of thing. I'm just going along, just so I can get along. Um, I don't like the idea of the that a few select people in the world can really affect every single person on this planet. By one way or another. It's a lot of it has to do with money, how this is all playing out. I mean, honestly, uh, I really do think that we are in World War III already. It's just that it's not going to look like World War II. It's going to look much different, and we're already in it. You know, one of the ways, to confuse people and disinformation and stuff is just change the words, change the meanings of those words, or something like that. Nobody really knows what the hell this stuff, what these words mean, and what is that word. And then they, take common words that you use just every day and change the meanings of it, and then they go by those meanings, and everyone else goes by another. Snook, good to see you, girl. Yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of rambling on for a second there. It is a battle of the mind. It really is. And then on top of it, it's also economics. And economics is actually part of the mind too. Um, See, like it or not, uh, money runs the world. Okay. And your definition of money is dependent on what you believe it to be, I guess. All right. True money is gold and silver, and that has been the true money and currency and had value and worth for thousands of years. That's the truth. But all this other stuff isn't. It like fiat currency and all this like digital, crypto and all this stuff. It's not money. It's not really money. It may have a it could be a means of exchange. You know what I mean? Like I'll give you this much crypto for that pencil or whatever. And if you value that crypto, you could take, hey, I'll take crypto for that pencil. Yeah, sure. That's a means of exchange. It's really not true money though. It's still a part of the Ponzi scheme, basically. Even with the fiat currency that we have in our pockets today is a Ponzi scheme. this stuff that's coming around. Like there's even a lot of it has to do with economics also too, because the kind of China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, they're creating their own digital cryptocurrencies and backed by gold. Our cryptocurrency that this wonderful fucking thing calling itself a government is going to roll out and try to force people into it. Yeah, actually, what they'll do. This is how they play everything. This is how it's been played for a long time. It's the carrot and the stick type of scenario. All right, they'll try to market it like it's very convenient, you know, having a digital currency and all this stuff when it comes down to like paying for this and that or whatever, whatever, whatever. They'll paint this as like a very convenient thing, and it's very and it's much easier than having this clunky stuff in your pocket called cash. They may even try and bring back some kind of a pandemic scenario, and then claim that the cash is part of the reason why it's getting spread around, and then they'll do it that way by taking it out of circulation that way, and then forcing everyone. See, but it probably won't get that far if the carrot doesn't, if it works. If the carrot works, they won't have to go to the stick. See, that's the thing. It's like the little convenience type marketing thing. That's the carrot, and they want everybody to buy into this thing. Everybody wants to be into it and all that stuff. And if people don't fucking buy into it and don't like it and all that stuff, next thing you know, here comes the stick. It's the way to make it where they force it upon you. It's a lot of different. It's the same playbook for a lot of different things. You know what I mean? I mean, you can use that same tactic in so many areas to control the population, and you know what I'm saying. And then, and a lot of it is done, you know, through force and violence and coercion and trying to get you to compel to this, you know, this idea. You get you compelled to it. You know, goldbacks. You know, well, all right. The thing I like about the goldbacks is simply it's the 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 one. Okay, like when I think of goldbacks, I think of those like those they look like dollar bills. They almost look like dollar bills or whatever, but they're just like, you know, they got a layer of gold on them. You know, they're just they look like a bill, but with gold and stuff. Well, that is okay on that end of it, simply because you can the denominations. You know, it's like, okay, well, if you got an ounce of gold and it's worth $4,000, and you don't want to sit there and pull out an ounce of gold out of your pocket and try to pay for a fucking pack of gum. No, you gotta like scrape off a little bit of that fucking gold coin, kind of get whatever a pack of gum is worth of gold. And that's where the goldbacks come into play, because it's a thin layer of gold, and you can get like that dollar or that $5 worth of gold, you know, and have it on that, and it's easy to carry. I'm not sure when it comes down to the when if it gets bent and stuff like that and crumpled up. I'm not sure how it works on um, like a mass transaction thing. You know what I mean? How that would. I mean, it would last. This was just like, for instance, like I said, like to get folded and crumpled and you know whatever else. Not sure how the longevity of that would be in circulation. You know what I mean? But I like the idea of the lower denomination of gold, for instance. So you can actually, you know, don't have to carry a fucking an ounce of gold in coin in your fucking pocket, and that's worth $3,000 or $4,000, whatever. You know what I mean? Um, and I like the little. I like the idea of having like smaller bits and pieces and stuff also, where okay, this much, this weight of this much gold is worth this much. You know what I'm saying? And or and that doesn't fluctuate that much, but it always holds a value, always holds a worth. Because the main reason is because it takes effort to get it out of the fucking ground. It's an honest currency, and it's also multi-use. You don't have to just use it for freaking money. Um, it has a lot of uses, and when it comes down to electronics and circuitry and stuff like that, both gold and silver. Uh, so it has multi-uses. It's not necessarily just for that. But anyway, this other stuff that they're trying to push on us, like I said, the carrot is the convenience part of it or whatever. If that doesn't get people to buy into it, they'll try and force this shit on us, and you know what I mean, and basically make everything that used cash obsolete. You know what I'm saying? It's a designed obsolescence, basically. They play this in a lot of different things. That's another tactic that uses this in multiple different ways. Like for instance, the designed obsolescence. Like you can look at electronics. Like for instance, you know, cassette tapes to CDs, and from CDs to the fucking internet. Um, it's almost like designed obsolescence. You know what I'm saying? Um, Cell phones. Um, it's like, if your cell phone's over a couple, 5 or 6, maybe 7 years old, that's like way out of date. It's designed to be, basically obsolete, you know, down the line. I mean, like everything that was 4G will be obsolete because they'll force everything onto the 5G, 6G network, for instance. There will be no access to 4G and before that at all. That's how they're designing this stuff. So you'll be forced to get the new products, or your old stuff ain't gonna work. You know, a lot of this, it really just comes down to the bottom line. A lot of these companies, they don't really give a shit if it lasts for a while. They don't actually. It's better if it doesn't last for a while, because the more temporary it is, what I mean, the higher the price and all that shit. And then they don't have to worry about it. And afterwards, it's like, I don't know, it's a big profit scenario. If they made something that was to last for 20, 30 years and still be good, they wouldn't make any profit. You know what I mean? Because once everybody's got one, or everybody that wanted one got it, they won't need another one. They want something that's probably going to break in about 6 months or less. You know what I mean? So you're forced to, since it's so cheap, you just go out and get another one. You know, it's one of them things.
Good morning out there. Well, my friend, you have yourself a blessed day on a call. It's afternoon now. You want to clean up? I got to hear you out here in this old frequency 27. My God, we'll definitely come back and yak at you again. You got West Coast County. It's a terrible situation from what I can see over here. They should have locked Donald Trump up about 4 years ago, but yeah, they're working on it. I need to run out here. Can you hear me? Catch me later. Work you there. Check. Well, after Radio Canada 158, Radio Jory up to around Ontario, Quebec, Alberta, Manitoba, showing up a big dog. British Columbia, don't know exactly where you're at up there, but top of the afternoon to you. West Coast Channel Master 457, California Standard. Get us back.
Go around the other side. Correct.
Well, this morning back here. Ontario, waving right back at you. Radio 427, Alberta, Canada. Hey, 462, you have a good rest of the weekend too. 462 around Ontario. Say again. Well, last transmission on you, buddy. I'll stay on the side. Well, hello there, 66 Central New York. How are you? Hope you're having a good old day over there, 66 Central New York. Hey, you betcha I'm sitting right here. Oh, man, I bet you that was good it was. Roger, 66 sound good too, my friend. You blew right up in there, sounding awesome. Hey, 66 is it hamburgers tonight? If you got from the grocery store. Automobile, stand by. Alright, there's 66. It's 44 degrees here, and the wind's coming about 6 miles out of the west. Anyway, there's 66. I'll be over for hamburgers. Get to later, grasshopper. Check in. Starbucks there, too. Okay, take it easy. 66, start when we get back.
Double one, double two, wing nut over here on the side. 1122 on the side of the road.
Worldwide 66 Grasshopper in Spokane, Washington, 73's T, and I'll be over for that burger. Take care, bye-bye. Grasshopper all on the side. Let's see GDX and stand by.
No worries, Cindy. I haven't decided. I haven't really decided yet. I've been wanting to sit down and have a panel talk with some people, man, but I'm not sure exactly. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet. I don't know. Been thinking about doing a backstage scenario. I don't know. I just got to get some people up and get me in the mood. I'm kind of in the mood, but you know, I don't know. I might do that later on tonight or something like that. I want to try and get this damn car down to the store and back, and then I don't know. Yeah, 332
just waving a hand. Sound good up this way. So I just wanted to give you a bump down saying hello. Hope you have a good old weekend. Grasshopper in Spokane. Sounding perfect. Just clear and everything. So no complaints at all. Sounds awesome. Right on frequency. Alright, 332, take care. 73's Grasshopper saying, have a good old rest of the weekend. Grasshopper gone.
10-4, Indy. I got you.
Hello there, 1117, waving a big old hand. How you doing? 1117, blow right up in there. Grasshopper waving. Alright, 1117, boy, yeah, you sound good too on the band. 1117 out of Tennessee. Take care, and you're rocking the radio. Hey, I appreciate the wave. Grasshopper on the side. But that 311, you still out there? About the old 311, you still there? I heard you on the flat side. I'm waving right back. Alright, well, Radio 17 on the flat side. Take care. 73's Grasshopper out of Spokane, Washington. Hey, you have a good one. Good rest of the whole weekend, Grasshopper. We're gone. How about that Grasshopper? How about that Grasshopper up there around Spokane? How about your splatterbox? We're going to splatterbox. Am I right? 3, 6. How about that splatterbox? Come on. We are there. Don't got me again. There's about 2 or 3 of them come back together. Beat the 727 in Texas this time. Hey, Roger that. There's 551. Boy, you sound good.
It's the 1122 Wingnut out here on the side listening to it all.
36836, Washington State. We're listening.
How about that 36? How about the 36 Washington 727 Lone Star? Hey, Roger that. Yeah, that power might turn it up. It did its job. It went right up there.
Hello, DX-Land. Hello, DX-Land. 836, Washington State. Listening.
Hey, 836. You got a copy of 1122 out here in Florida?
San Diego. All right, there, my friend. There's 551. You have a great rest of the weekend.
The station out there, Washington State. You got a copy of the 1122 Wingnut Radio. 1122 on the side.
I heard you in there that time. I got quite a bit of traffic over here. 836, Washington State. Hello, 462 in Ontario. I got you in there. Appreciate the contact. 836, Washington State. 62340.
The 1122 Wingnut Radio stretching it.
ESG.
Yeah, like you said in my driveway.
I'll be darned. I'll have to see what we can do about that. We've been North Ontario.
Good too.
This is 340 San Diego border, Tijuana. All right, 462, you're making a really good trip over here. I got you 20 plus. Have yourself a fine day. 73's 836, Washington State. We're listening. Hello there, 370 in Cleveland.
340-462. 340-462. Ontario. You got a copy?
WW, I got you a 9 plus over here. Great sound and audio, Jerry. Have yourself a fine day. 73s, 836, Washington State. We're listening.
Where you at there, 836 in Washington? 340, San Diego, Tijuana.
If I pull you out there.
340, San Diego, Tijuana. Roll away.
Romeo Golf, I heard in there. Romeo Golf 66. I did hear you in there, sir. I got quite a bit of traffic here, but I did catch you. Appreciate that comeback. To Romeo Golf 836. We're listening. Well, I'm just west of Spokane there, over towards Reardon. I'm surprised I don't hear him. I've got the house pointed towards Spokane at the moment. Roger. Roger on the Utica there. Okay, Romeo Golf 66. Have yourself a fine day. 73's your way. To Romeo Golf 836. We're listening. Hey, Grasshopper, I don't know if you can hear me. I've got the house pointing straight east, so straight at Spokane there. You might try giving me a shot here for a second. 836. To Romeo Golf 836. We're listening.
Yeah, they're Romeo Golf 836. Romeo Golf 836. I try the vertical.
855, I do hear you in there. Definitely heard you that time over there in Buckeye.
1122 Wingnut out here on the side.
Well, I do appreciate you getting back to me there. I definitely am having a pile up here, so I've got quite a bit of noise going on. But I do appreciate that comeback. 555. Have yourself a fine day. 836. To Romeo Golf 836. Washington State. We're listening.
Okay.
Every now and then I hear somebody in there calling my number out. I've got a good 20 S units and just a whole bunch of everybody right now over here, so I'm going to sit back and see if it clears up just a little bit. I do appreciate everybody trying to get back to me there. To Romeo Golf 836. I'll be listening.
I'm in San Diego.
Two Romeo Golf 836, standing by.
You can check in. Poor Jeff. Talked to you before, but to be honest, I think you're really honest today.
Who was that calling Romeo Golf 836? Go ahead. Was that a 712? Hello, Romeo Golf 712. I got you in there about a 7, a little bit over 7 S units there, Roger. Yes, sir, I can do that. Oh, actually, no, I'm not a net check-in guy. I'm a verification guy. Sorry about that. No, sir, I am not. I apologize. Oh, Roger. Yeah, I didn't even notice we were doing a net check-in today. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, go ahead, QSK. Yes, sir. Oh, okie dokie. Appreciate that, Romeo Golf 4744. His number was Romeo Golf 712 for a check-in. Okie dokie. Well, thank you for the flowers. You're sounding good over here yourself. Have yourself a fine day. Romeo Golf 836. We're listening. And what was your number? I could relay it. Yeah, what was your number? I can relay it. Gotcha. Hey, 4744, you still copy? Yeah, we've had Romeo Golf 66 is checking in. Excellent. Okay, Romeo Golf 66, you are checked in. 836 to Romeo Golf 836, standing by.
This is the 2 Fox India 1122 Wingnut Radio on the side.
Romeo Golf 66, have a fine day. 73s to Romeo Golf 836. I'll be standing by.
Two Fox India 1122 Wingnut Radio on the side of the road.
I'm not actually checking people in. Can you come back with that number one more time? Nine Division World Radio 462, correct? Okay, Romeo Golf 4744. I don't know if you're still listening. We had a 9 World Radio 462 checking in. not. Romeo Golf 979 checking in. You copy? Certainly got some wacky conditions out here today.
But temporary.
Here we got snow coming down in Washington.
Okay, this is all I got. CQ, CQDX, CQDX.
Hey, I got this tin can with a string on it. Anybody got the other end of this string? I got a big old tin can over here with a string on it. Anybody got the other end of the string?
Somebody give that guy a taco bender number ready.
Hey, the 1122 wing nut over here on the side.
He doesn't have a number. Come on, somebody be nice to him.
Hey, this is the 1122 wing nut ready. Whoa. Watch out now.
Poor little feller. Somebody give that guy a taco bender number. That poor little feller.
That's needle stick. I'm waving my gun at you, bitch.
Poor little feller. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 7, 4, 5. Arizona, wave my hand.
Alright, Arizona, Carolina, calling you.
1, 2, 3, man, hard to pull you out, man. There's so much traffic on the radio.
Today is the day to be the best you can be.
Well, if they're brain dead, then they're Republicans. That goes without saying. Because Republicans, they don't want any semblance of intelligence in their party. Boston, I hear you in there, but conditions dropped out. And Ontario, I do hear you. Go ahead. You have to be brain dead to be a Republican, really. Ontario station, I do have a copy of the Corpus Christi 359, right? Okay, Ontario, I guess I can't make it back at you, so I do apologize. 359 down in Corpus Christi, South Texas. Roger that, Ontario. Yes, sir, I do hear you in there, but there sure is a lot of traffic and it's kind of taking it out. So, man, I wish I could talk to you, but conditions just are not favorable. I have to get back on listening to 359 Corpus. Standing by. Okay, well, Radio 42, that last transmission was most effective on my end. Take care, 359. Thank you. Radio 85, around Nova Scotia, standing by. Yes, sir, operator, station 359 Texas, go ahead. About a DX land. 85, read the mail. Really do hear you. I think that was a Connecticut station. I do hear you, 359, go ahead. Roger, that Connecticut station's doing a very effective job. Conditions are good on your end. Go ahead. All right, Connecticut, I got to back out to heard about 4 other stations there. Don't want to step on anybody. I've been on the frequency just a little longer than would be acceptable. Take care. 359 South Texas, Corpus Christi, standing by.
World Radio 567, St. George City, Utah, standing by. Okay, QSL, good to hear you all out there. World Radio 560, some on 7. Roger. Yeah, it's almost fulfilling.
What year striker is it? Honestly, it's like the first gen. I got this when it, a buddy of mine got this originally. A guy I know out in the UK, and I drooled over it for, when it first came out, and I drooled over it for like 2 years, and then he ended up upgrading, and he sold this to me. So this is like the first gen striker. So, but yeah. It's done me good. I mean, it's a good radio on, there's certain qualifications that I like, you know what I mean? When it comes down to being stable on frequency, having good quality modulation, audio, and clarity. I've been veering away from traditional, like, regular CB radios and going toward like the high-end 10-meter radios that I can like easily modify to get to 11 meters. So I don't know. Yeah, the 2970s are good too, as long as you can just, don't blow the pills in it, you know what I mean?
Check 73, have a good day. 1031
Or the finals or whatever.
Roger. If you want to, let me just turn the flash a little bit further. And good afternoon. Good afternoon to you there. There you go. 1031 Alberta. I'm waving ahead to you there. Over.
I'm on a battery system. I've got like I think 5 car batteries hooked in parallel, whatever. So I can basically one big 12-volt battery, and that's what I got it running off of with a trickle charger, kind of keeping everything topped off. Technically still on the grid, but I can hook solar panels up to it, but I don't really have enough to keep up with me talking. I can listen all the time. I can definitely keep up with listening, but I wouldn't be able to transmit too much because it would drain my batteries up too fast before I can actually like charge them up with the sun. And with what I have now, anyway, put it that way. But I can do totally nothing but receive for a long time with what I got off the grid, anyway. But yeah, it's just some of the radio systems I have right now are all kind of put up, but a lot of it, man, I can have a much more extensive type of a system up with different. The only thing is that I run a whole lot of different antennas for different bandwidths and stuff too. But I tend to just kind of right now at the moment just kind of hang out on the ones that I actually have antennas for, and just the ones that I actually have antennas, tuned to those bandwidths or whatever. I do listen and talk periodically or whatever on sometimes, but there's a lot of stuff out there, and but um, there's different antenna, different designs that I'm trying to come up with myself. I've got ideas in my head, but I haven't tried it out and see if it works yet. That's the other thing too. I got a lot of ideas when it comes down to different types of styles of antennas that I want to create. I want to create a multi-band type antenna, like where I don't really have to tune it a lot. It's already kind of built into the antenna, the design of the antenna, and then make it smaller. Those are the two basic things that I'm trying to figure out when it comes down to the how I want to do it. And it's weird because I got ideas for different shapes and stuff that they just don't really go along with like traditional antenna theory and all this other stuff. I'm I'm thinking somewhere else. But anyway, I just have to build it and try it out one of these days. I haven't really done it. I've just kind of got the concept in my head on how I would do it if I did. And but it would be kind of cool. I got some ideas, and I'm wondering how it would turn out for a couple of different reasons. Anyway, you have to past 10 or so years, man. I'm gonna tell you, this frequency is pretty much turned into a frequency where you have to learn another language to talk on it. It's crazy. You have to either know Portuguese or fucking Spanish. And it's like in the past 10 years, it's like really become like really purely. This is another common frequency. This is upper sideband too, not lower sideband.
What else? Saturday there, 129, and thank you for the call this morning or this afternoon. We'll take 73 to you there as well. Enjoy the DX 129 from Radio Canada 1031 now in Alberta. We'll be here.
1122 wing nut on the side.
96 Ontario, good afternoon from Alberta. Go ahead, over. Roger, Roger. QSR 96 Ontario, good afternoon, good morning. You can Radio Canada 103 watt or 1030 watt. Operator name is Mel Mike Ecolima, and we're waving from Alberta. QSL. Roger, Roger. QSL, night signal report, show your 599 in Alberta.
You guys hear that wispy, that little kind of wiggly noise that wandered through? Hold on, maybe I'll do it again. That right there, that noise right there. All right, check this out. I can only assume that's atmospheric. That noise is created atmospherically. All right, you know, there's something in the ionosphere or whatever, blah, 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 blah. I have no fucking clue. That's all I can assume that is. But I really don't know what it is. It's a really odd noise that I hear all over the place, different bandwidths, different frequencies and stuff. But I've heard it a lot, mostly because I spend more of my time on 11 meters. I hear it out here on 11 meters. Now, like I said, it floats around. It doesn't just do that noise just on one frequency, for instance. It kind of floats around like across the bandwidth like a wave. And it's weird. I've actually talked to a lot of other radio guys about this thing too, because I mean, you know, I really don't know what that noise is, and no one can actually explain it other than say, well, it's like atmospheric. It's got to be something with like, you know, like solar flares and blah blah. I don't fucking know. For all I know, it's a communication signal being blasted around, like, you know what I mean? I mean, you think about it. I mean, that would be one of the technologies you would actually have to have access to if you were to come from some other galaxy in another part of the solar system. I mean, or the not the solar system, you know, another galaxy or another solar system in another galaxy or whatever, um, the communication back and forth back to your home world and all that shit, and be able to do that in like real time where you not have to wait in years for each communication or whatever. Um, that type of technology would be a must. So, you know, this is another thing when it comes down to, you know, these so-called like you know astronauts from another planet type of thing. Um, there's certain aspects that they'll have to be, you know, done. You know, there would have to be, you know, when it comes down to communications and the propulsion or whatever, however they propelled from one to the other, and doing it within a lifetime or less. I mean, you think about it, and how we in the public eye see physics, it it would take way more than a lifetime to do a lot of stuff with the means that we have to propel ourselves from one place to another. Um, there's there's a lot of stuff that are, in a sense, can be like done, but it's still a theory. There's no way, nobody's figured out how to, you know, build that mechanism and what kind of energy it would need to function. There is a lot of stuff that's, you know, that has led a lot of people to believe, you know, because I mean, you know, this is like I have no evidence or anything like that other than what I can find on, you know, whatever was crashed every so often around the fucking world that had been snatched up. And evidently, if these governments have snatched these things up that have crashed around the fucking planet, um, what type of technology are they gaining from this that, for one, that probably is part of the technology we have in common use as it is now. We just don't know it. You know, I mean, it's just we don't know exactly the origins type of scenario, or some of that is being hoarded away while we're still, you know, while the, you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you think about it. I mean, I don't know. I just try and put myself in people's, you know, how would how would I act if I came on the same situation and I was under the same situations that others might be in? You know, it's kind of like I can learn from my own mistakes, which, you know, sometimes, you know, it takes a couple of times, but if I learn from my own mistakes and then on top of that, I can also learn from others on their mistakes. So it's like, okay, well, okay, I see how that was a mistake also, you know, and I don't want to repeat that mistake and kind of like learn from that one also. Um, I don't, you know, like for instance, I don't want to sit there and have to learn the mistake of don't put your finger in the way of a saw, and you'll end up cutting it off. I don't want to have to figure that mistake out. I want to learn from other people's mistakes. Be like, oh, okay, yes, that is not a good idea. Put your hand right there underneath the saw blade, you know, whatever, you know, that kind of thing. It's like putting your hand in the fire scenario. You know, that's an unwritten or natural law. You know, this is a objective, basically, law. You know, only the creator can create law. You know, even law is made up of three letters: LAW, land, air, water. It's just only the creator can create law. Uh, but all this other shit, you know, statutes, codes, policies, regulations, rules, and mandates and all this other shit. This is all man-made stuff. You know. I tend to want to obey the Creator. That is my natural state. And that's how I feel like that I need to be doing. But the thing is, the man-made portion of it all wants to use force and violence to supersede that supreme law of the land scenario. I'm not trying to say I blame this and that, whatever. I'm just saying this is reality. What's happening? There's a lot of stuff that's happening out there. It does trickle down and affect me and affects. I know other people. I'm not the only one. I'm fully aware I'm not the only one. I've seen there's people out there worse off than I am, which just fucking sucks because it could very easily be me out there in that same situation, and if things flip to a different direction. So I don't know. It's one of them things I was just thinking about for some reason. I don't know why I had to fucking think off on that little rant.
Okay, I got a ton of you out there. Appreciate the call back, but I got to get to work. Needle Bender 35.
About a Needle Bender 39. You got a copy of World Radio 4170.
Yeah, real quick, 4170, and I got to get to work.
What was your last name? I'm on squad 6 now, but I'm looking for a cross-eyed into what was Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook Messenger. Name's John. It's spelled Jon. There's no H. That's B-E-C-K. And I go by Needle Bender.
Yes. So yeah, I would start off whatever that's robotic processing you got there. But that's very hard. It's very hard to
I worry about it.
It's very hard. Especially if the band is not really strong like today. So I still have a good just started.
No.
And then they will understand you more from side backer for sure. Over.
Okay, Howard Stern. No, yeah, okay, I'm set up.
É isso que eu estou tentando ajustar aqui. Ajustar a modulação média em função da modulação de ciclo.
Let me get rid of this smile. Hold on.
Muito não vai melhorar mais do que está aqui. A média lá não sobe muito, né? Não sei que você trabalha no limite do equipamento, né? No máximo dele, né? Daí ele iguala a média com.
You can call me Billy Goat.
Ele sempre vai.
We're doing fine, man. Doing our gardening thing. We're gonna put a row of morning glories along the fence there to seclude us from the neighbors.
Aí na outra modulação eu tenho que testar aí na base. Mas é mais ou menos ali onde eu estava.
Well, I don't know. I guess the gift, but I'm still a plug-and-play guy there. You don't ask me anymore.
Para mim, nesse horário não é muito boa, não. Ela começa a melhorar um pouco mais tarde. Yeah, but I think it's, well, you know what I mean, that 5 components, everybody forgets about the voice. This voice and this microphone is what makes this whole system run.
Brilha mesmo, agora dá umas quedas, umas coisas engraçadas. Porque dessa série de câmbio.
That's another, nobody ever talks about their coax. They want to share that, what color is your radio and how high is your tower and what kind of mic you got, but never do they ask what kind of coax they got. LMR 400. I doubled with you. LMR 400.
Exatamente, antigamente a gente ficava o dia inteiro no rádio, aquela adolescência dos anos 90, a gente ficava o dia inteiro no rádio. Agora dá umas quedas aí, engraçado. Okay.
Yeah, Roger. Oh, you know what? I forget the schedule, 240 or something like that. It's like Super 8 size. That is a good coax. It's worthy for 1,000. So I use that for patch cords and leave the big stuff going to the antennas for LMR. Roger that. I'm going to do that next time. I ran a cable from the house to the tower just to cut down footage, and but I'm going to put a cable underground on that. I am doing wattage to 40% legal limit. Roundabout. Yeah, well, it's nice talking to Indonesia and West Australia. I've got a couple of hits down there, and if it wasn't for the wattage in the cottage, I don't think we could have pulled it off. Yeah, it's going to get better, and I can't wait. I can turn this thing down to 5 watts. I've been talking to New York in the morning when it's calm, 5 watts, 85 watts to Australia, New Zealand, Europe, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's almost 80% of the station is the antenna. Yeah, we're fading. I'm back out. I got to go out and finish this little gardening event here. We'll talk to you guys later.
I've got a radio, an amplifier, and an antenna tuner, and an antenna.
Yeah, sunspots are way down, but they'll pick back up. What kind of antenna did you get? Some guy was saying he's got less than 80% of his station being not the antenna. See, you can't hear me on that antenna. I was doing 85 watts and you didn't get back to me. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Billy Goat, Billy Goat. Can you hear me now? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. 86.6 Sparky watts. Go ahead. Turn it on down the top one. Yeah, but you know, this ain't fair now because we do have propagation. See, that's the whole thing now. At nighttime, how far can your signal get out there? At the end of the sun cycle, how far you can get out there. So that's when the antenna is critical mass there without propagation. Eight 1-8. Good afternoon. Oh well. Roger. I got the 105 HV.
No coffee on Panama City, Florida.
Yeah, I know you're a seasoned human on planet Earth there, 818. You've definitely learned in all those years how to batten down the hatches and keep a rain tote near. I know you'll survive this winter. 818, I got to get out to that garden there and get her done there. I got some new neighbors just starting to move in today, and I want to spiff up my edge of the yard that they'll be looking at out there, backsliding glass. So if you have a fine one there, I'll always yell at you, 818. You're kind of right there in the top shelf of people that I like to say good morning to. All right, then. Well, it's difficult, you guys. There's, I don't know how many, 15, 20, 100 guys out there. I catch as much, but I don't like to dominate the frequency. I'm not the net control or traffic control. And I like to talk, but I all got work to do, too. So a blanket coverage there. Hello, everybody. God bless America. Hey, spring is right around the corner, and you'll be out there. Great thumbing to you there. I'm gone.
Roger, you're booming in too, brother, man. Welcome to the weekend. Enjoy the day around Tennessee. Doing a good job out here around the Disneyland. Be safe out there. Some tornadoes.
I used to have a 2950 at one time.
Yeah, I could hear you. I don't know. Let me ask. 818, are you still there? Or what's your location there? How about at 818? I thought it just because I know who you are. He's over in Battle Creek, Michigan. Go ahead. All right, somebody asked that 1020 there, 818. I'm not going to answer the key here. I'm walking. Bye. we go. Illinois, 71. Camera's rolling. Yes, Illinois, you still hear me? 71, waving the big hand to you, my friend. CKDX, this is 451 Nova Scotia. This is Sammy. You're rolling through the 71 way, right back to my friend. All right, man. Area there, you roll in a little ladder. Condition. Other side of the audio. 71 away with Mississippi. Florida, 523, Canada. Mississippi just rolled in 7 by 9. Wow, you come out of nowhere, and you're 3 to 5, stuff like that. In their last contact. Good day. Good to hear you out there, buddy.
Hey, D-Rail sounded good around Arizona today. Hey, D-Rail sounded good to Arizona. 4613 around the west side. That was right over the top of him, Mr. 454. Good job. Put it on your fader, 444, Southern California, letting you know I'm out the way. Back down there, I don't know. Hey, no, Arizona, man. It's Mojave Desert, Southern California. You're low budget, 513, shaking my $50 fire stick out here around the west side. Of course, yeah, 540. Hey, D-Rail, I'm just trying to see if you wave a hand at 188 for me, man. Hey, D-Rail, good to hear you out here on 28, 513, low budget, Mojave Desert, shaky ground. Hey, D-Rail, 7. Thank you, no, from the 13th. I'm checking out this new rider. Oh, shit, it's got a little bit. How you doing? Put your things up around the corner. Push your things up around the evergreens. D-Rail on the 7. Move on, separate. Hey, 454, you done brought it right back in there, my friend. Yeah, you in between the keys on old D-Rail, but I tell you what, you was all you in between it, that's for sure. Hey, 454, big old Saturday wave to you one more time. 188 on this great big Gizmachis waving that stuff there, right? Hello, D-Rail 711 northwest corner with the afternoon wave break. Hey, when you get on 513 back up in your radio, make sure you pass the 5 on to him for me. I want to get on the live gate, low budget, wants to get on the
the live gate, shake my $50 fire stick out here around Southern California. I want to get on the live gate.
Running the pump, set break.
Well, 18 minutes in, look over here. Fast 13, Jordan. You just go over there and check it out. Skip up there about 18 minutes and you all over the top of it. Come on.
Hey, Roger, right on, man. I'll check it out, no doubt about it there, D-Rail. Hey, 454 saying hello to you, man. 454 saying hello to you, D-Rail. Your low budget 513, shaking this $50 fire stick around the Mojave Desert, Southern Cal.
188 Skipland, right?
513. You can't get past some tires from 4 minutes ago, 513. That's too long to let it slide. I got 513, if he's going to the target, tell him D-Rail from west side, 513, I'm standing by.
Hey, D-Rail, 513.
I got you in there.
Hey, D-Rail, 513.
No, 454, you got the back swing going on right now, D-Rail. I don't know if somebody else told you to get off your driver, but D-Rail, your low budget, 513. Hey, 454, thank you for the nickel, man. Thank you for the nickel at 188 up in Fresno, 513, low budget down here around Mojave Desert, Southern Cal.
Hey, you said your weapon. Hey, 513, 454 in the home yard said you're welcome. Hey, 513, D-Rail, keeping it alive, I'm reading them out.
Hey, Roger, right on, D-Rail. Appreciate it, man. Hey, you always sound good out here. Low budget, 513. Mojave Desert, shaky ground.
Everything I can to get 515 out your radio, 711, set break.
That's 711, you got him out of it. Hey, 711, you come on the top. You said you was doing everything you could to get 513 out the radio, and you come over the top, 711.
Oh, man, we're just doing what we can with what we got. Hey, 513, low budget, and more low budget around the west side.
Up to 10,000, and I just got a little bit of memory before, man. I feel bad for my antenna, I feel bad for my neighbors. Hey, D-Rail, I got this 10,000 crews in about 5 bushel, break.
Hey, well, that's good, man. Mother Nature said I was a good boy. I got enough today. Low budget, 513, 7 shopping cart convoy, $50 fire stick around the west side.
You got that kid there. Good job out there. That's why you're going to have it. We're going to let 454 talk out there, too. Take care of 513. Take care of 711. D-Rail, top side is rocking them now.
10-4, man. You said you're going to let 454 go ahead and talk, man? Right on. 10-4. I'm back wide.
You tell that that in 513, I say good afternoon. Well, you cannot turn your beans up and down the other green. 711, got down.
He was telling me to tell you good afternoon. Someone was telling him good afternoon. D-Rail, keeping the farm alive. I'm reading them out.
Hey, I appreciate it there, D-Rail, man. Right back. 711, tell them I say hello right back. Appreciate the 5. Low budget, 513 on the west side.
Yeah, good job out there, 711. You're on the job. Hey, 711, good job. I'm trying to find in Lower Cali, Arizona, somewhere there. That's about as far up north as I could go. I was down to interfering with the neighbor. Take care out there, 711. D-Rail, top side of Georgia's back on the mail.
Nah, D-Rail, you're struggling, man. You got me loaded 60 over. Hey, D-Rail, you got my icon loaded 60 over. I'll tell you in this game.
Hello, Pistol Pete, low budget.
Thanks. D-Rail, 711 in this grid, big 10 on the low side, 10-7.
Working for me today, 542 SoCal off the gate.
You working out there? Hey, 542. You working? Hey, 542. So I apologize. I was waiting on 711. But you doubled back 2 times, and you was on the top both times. Hello, 542. D-Rail with the holler back. Let's go.
Well, 542, you'll be a lot of people. It'll be a lot of people. You should have talked to the football all day. It'll be a lot of people now. 542, man, that definitely.
Hey, Roger, right on, man. I'm going to go get this Thai food, man. This Thai food just showed up. Let me some Thai food right now. Low budget, 513. I'm back wide.
Of all people, I'm going to talk to a two-tail and a no-tail. I don't know what he's having over there. But he has some dope work in Mother Nature because he come in there 2 times. But that was all about you. This key, 711, can you do it again? Let's go.
I'll see what I got. Hey, D-Roll, I'll see what I got. Hey, D-Roll, I got my beams looking right at the top side of Georgia, big brother. We'll see what I got. Hey, D-Roll, while we're looking at the Cali, 711, top side of Pearl, Oregon, is stepping.
Okay, 542, so I don't know if I can do it again. And then 711 walked everything out my radio. He said, 711, top shot of Portland, Oregon, trying to come on up in there around pointed to Cali. I think that's about what you said.
Come on down. You're on line 420 and 710 Portside. In Mojave, there's 750.
Resiste 87. Resiste 87.
Appreciate you sending your ears, man. I must be making a nice trip
Mr. JJ out there in the Carolinas, your friend way out west, 444. I'm out here in a little town called Palm Springs, Southern California, and it's probably like 100 miles east of Los Angeles. I'm out here in the middle of the desert, and I'm waving a hand at you, my friend. 444, I'm watching this meters. Come on, let's ride. Tell Roger, JJ, I appreciate you bumping it down, man. Appreciate you bumping that 60 miles of, out there in the Carolina, 60 miles east of, I can't remember the town. But anyways, JJ, I appreciate you coming in, man. Mother Nature's shifting a little bit. Let's see what it does here. I'm gonna, audio. That's a little too hot. Audio. My apologies, man. I'm still tuning this thing in. I don't want it to turn into a tuning story, but anyways, man, you take it easy, Mr. JJ. 444. I'm way too hot on this key, and I'm quiet. Roger, Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain. All right, man. I heard you that time. You said it all. I heard it all. All right, man. I gotta get back to work on this thing. I'm watching my SWRs like a hawk, and I don't like having conversations watching meters. Right now. Right there. That's better.
That your Habs aren't making the playoffs. Geez, what team will you go for?
Kid Dynamite. Hey, wow, Kid Dynamite going to kill, calling you, boy. Sorry, Danny. Have a good day. 1-238-17-25. Wow, dog. Kid Dynamite going to kill, go. Ahí está bueno, tiene el microfonito ahí de pasta un Lafayette. Oh, 63 and counting. One for these great shakers, and I'm very quiet. Number 7, the fat man, 1095 and getting on down.
Hey, Kiki, I'm gonna whoop some ass in slow motion. Hey, Kiki, I'm going to whoop some ass in slow motion. Kiki, break on. I got a retarded buddy down in Mississippi. I got a buddy that's real slow down in Mississippi. I'm gonna swing down there and see what he's talking about. Hey, 777. Man, they got rough on my radio. This is red. He got real rough in my radio, man. I wanna whoop some ass in slow motion, Switchblade. Hey, Switchblade, I'm gonna whoop some ass in slow motion. Worldwide Switchblade, Mr. California said, I'm ready to whoop some ass in slow motion. Break. Don't you take that Jamaican, man. And Jamaican, you gotta bring his horse, don't you? Because he like riding that horse. Right, yeah, right, Black Snoop Dogg. Hey, Snoop Dogg. Ass whooping in slow motion. Ass whooping in slow motion, Snoop Dogg. Break. Yeah. Hey, 777, just remind me when we get right there, right back, Snoop Dogg. I'm whooping Fat Boy's ass in slow motion, and Fat Boy can't run. He can't run because he is too fat. Hello, Snoop Dogg, Mr. California, whooping ass in slow motion. Break. All right, B-Boy, good day.